very young years.
This was appropriate. There's a famous captain. He's on a ship. He's sailing into the distance. And he's going to get into an epic sea battle. He looks at his first mate and says, "Mate, bring me my red shirt." And he's like, "Why?" "So if I get stabbed, I don't want any of the men to see the blood." He's like, "Okay, that makes sense." Next day, 500 ships out on the horizon. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of ships. The captain looks at the first mate. "First mate, bring me my brown pants."
Cody and Nate right here. They're walking down this beach, just having a good old time. Cody looks over on the edge of the water and says, "Hey Nate, look, a dead bird." Nate looks up in the sky and says, "Where?"
Okay, me and Marissa have a few blonde jokes.
Not that we're biased or anything.
But here's the first one. So there's a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead, and they all just died. And there's a stairway up to heaven. It's 1,000 steps long. And God's at the bottom. He says you have to make it all the way up the stairs. And I'm going to tell a joke every 5 steps. If you laugh, you're done. So the brunette goes first, and she laughs on the 65th stair, and she was done. And then the redhead goes, and she laughs on the 320th stair, and so then she's done. The blonde makes it all the way to the 999th stair, and then she laughs. And God's like, "Why'd you laugh? I didn't even tell a joke." And she says, "I just got the first one."
Sounds good.
Jonathan's got one.
So there's this guy doing a ventriloquist act, and he's talking about some blondes, telling some blonde jokes, and this lady out of the audience stands up and starts, who's her color is blonde, starts yelling at him and says, "Where do you get off talking about blondes and their hair color and how that has to deal with their stupidity?" And the guy's really taken back, and he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. What can I do to help you?" And she said, "You stay out of this. I'm talking to that jerk on your knee."
Last one. We like blondes.
Alright, so this guy's sitting in a bar. And, he's telling a blonde joke, and all of a sudden the lady across the bar is like, "Hey, I don't think you ought to be telling jokes around here, because the guy sitting next to you, he's UFC fighter, and he does all this and this, and then the other guy on the other side, he's a lineman for the NFL, and they're both blondes." And she's like, "Do you want to keep telling your blonde joke?" And he's like, "No, because I don't want to explain it 10 times.
Okay. It's not a very good one, but I have a knock-knock joke. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Dishes.
Dishes who?
Dishes the police! Come out with your hands up!
Here's another really bad one. Why don't dinosaurs talk?
I don't know.
Because they're all dead.
So, a couple of kids, well actually like, one kid dies and goes to heaven. Says it has a couple of rules, and God says he has a couple of rules, and there's some other kids up there that meet all those rules too, and it says, "Don't step on a rabbit, or else you'll end up with the ugliest girl you've ever seen." And so, the kid steps on a rabbit, and he ends up with the ugliest girl he's ever seen. And then the second one, he steps on a rabbit, and he ends up with another ugly girl. And then a guy steps on a rabbit, and the most beautiful girl he's ever seen comes to his side. He's like, "Oh man, what did I do to deserve you?" And he said, "I stepped on a rabbit."
Okay. What did the fish say when he hit the wall? Damn.
You can't tune a fish?
Alright, we made enough fun of blondes, but one more. So there's these two blondes driving around their truck. There's this big old river. Well, it's pretty small actually, and they happen to run into it. And they're down the bottom, and one was a brunette and the other one was blonde. So they get down in there, and the brunette makes it up to the surface, and she's made pretty easy. They're right in the back of the truck. And then the blonde finally gets up there. She's huffing and puffing. Brunette's asked her, "What took you so long?" And the blonde's like, "I couldn't get the dang tailgate down."
That's funny.
Well, since we're bagging on blonde so much, I guess we better tell a redhead joke here. So. What's the problem with the movie Harry Potter? Ginger has two friends. Let's send the Gingers out there.
Okay, we're done with the Harris jokes, even though they're kind of funny.
Alright, I got an Amish joke. There's a family of Amish, and they go to New York City for the first time. They decide to build the Empire State Building. Oh, Colorado. Anyway, they go in and see the very first ever elevator. It's kind of cool. They go up to it and they just stand outside of it. This little old lady goes in, gets into the elevator. The elevator goes clear to the top, then comes clear back down. This beautiful woman comes walking out. Whoa. And the dad looks at his son. Son, push your mom in, she's going to the top.